Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
Now, here's your host, Ed Cohen.
Hello, this is Ed Cohen on globalbusinessnews.net. This is broadcasting from San Diego, and this is Global TV Talk Show, and we're really happy to welcome Gaurav Sharma from outside of Delhi, India. Thank you very much for being working this evening, your evening. It's my 8 a.m. here, and you're 8:30 p.m. Yeah. So have you already had your dinner?
Yes, I had my dinner.
Yeah, well, that's great. Okay. And so I want to welcome Stephen Howard with Caliente Leadership. And he is based in Mexico City. Hello, Stephen.
Good morning, Ed. How you going?
Great. Meet Gaurav.
Good. Good day, Gaurav. And thank you for joining our Strive XL show. Strive is all about how leaders can grow to be better leaders and help their team members to grow. And the XL is for living extra large and leading extra large. So I'm curious to hear some of your ideas of how leaders can come out of this pandemic better than they went into the pandemic. So welcome.
Likewise, Stephen, and it's an honor to meet you. And looking forward to learning a lot from you too.
So I've looked at your LinkedIn page extensively, and also on your website just a few minutes ago, just to catch up, and so that I could sound somewhat intelligent with you. So I wanted to ask you, are you focusing in on young people in particular?
Yes, I have focused on youth because youth is the future of any nation and is going to build that nation accordingly. And what we are going to teach you today, we are going to reap the fruits accordingly in upcoming period. So my target is youth.
Yeah, and is it more women than men or both?
Both.
Yeah, okay, good. Now, do you deal with people who are educated and in the workplace, in tech or doing manufacturing or other things? Or are they people who are trying to find themselves?
I deal with the people who try to find themselves and are educated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they need psychological help in order to know that where their life is going to take them in upcoming period. So I guide them where they should focus so that they can grow accordingly and fetch all their dreams timely.
And so when you do that, are you focusing in on how people think of themselves so that it's much more of a positive approach, a can-do?
It's an approach that they should have enough feeling to achieve what they want to achieve in their life. They should have a can-do attitude, and if they are not going to do that, I'm there to help them.
Yes, I see that. Okay. And so this is a fee paid thing? You get paid somehow for this?
Yes, I get paid for it.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good to know. I should try that also. Yeah, I'll tell you. So our friend Stephen Howard is a trainer. He teaches managers how to transition to be good leaders, better leaders, and how leaders can grow to improve themselves. Stephen, did I botch that up, or did I say that okay?
No, I'm gonna copy that and put it in my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Oh, that's cool. So Gaurav, have you written books?
I have written it, but I haven't published it. It's published on LinkedIn itself because I'm aiming a specific target of books that I have to achieve in the definite time frame, and then I'm going to launch them publicly on both ebooks and paperback.
That's a good idea. So our friend Stephen is very experienced in this business. Stephen?
Well, I've published 21 books. So I have a little bit of experience, but more importantly, I do help authors who are either professional development or personal development authors bring their books to market. So we should talk, Rob. But I want to ask, I want to ask you, because I'm fascinated by something you said on your website, that people need to hear words of encouragement. And that's not typical, particularly in India. I mean, India still is pretty much a control and command type leadership style. Many parts of the United States still are, particularly in the oil industry and other manufacturing industries. So how would you recommend that leaders give words of encouragement to their staff?
In my opinion, a leader is one who educate people that how they should look towards other people in such a format that encourage them to lead themselves. A leader is the one who make more leaders, and one should always encourage others so that they can lead themselves. We can only guide them to a particular level. Rest of the life, they have to lead themselves in order to become a great leader. I can only tell you the techniques. You have to implement yourself in order to fetch desired results. This is what I teach. You have to, I focus on self-learning concepts.
So self-accountability is a cornerstone of what you're talking, yes, what you're teaching, what you're preaching. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And so what tips do you have for something to be self-accountable? So how do I take accountability for my own life?
You have to work on the areas that are not producing results to you in spite of trying your best efforts. See where they are lacking and what are the things that you have to do. Are you doing the same things, repeating same things again and again? What are the things you are focusing, but in spite of focusing, not getting the desired results? You have to just go through the list once again, make to-do list, eliminate the unnecessary work, unnecessary tasks. You have to shed off self-imposed limitations that is stopping you from achieving that particular thing. You have to come out your irrelevant presumptions. If you are going to work on it, you're definitely going to lead yourself automatically, and only and you don't have to show sense of urgency in order to achieve all these things. Take your time, take what treats best for you, and it's going to work for you. That's what all you have to do.
Sounds like a plan, Ed.
So Gaurang, so there's a lot of international business, of course, in India, and it's really a fast-growing segment. We've had several programs with people in Bangalore, Delhi, in particular, and it's really fascinating about how many American companies are set up throughout the country of India, and much more coming for sure, particularly in my view versus China, as India grows, right? I'm sure you're seeing that, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a really cool thing. And here in California, where I am, there's just tons, many people from India who are living here and working here, and who are in great leadership positions throughout industry. Just think of Google and Microsoft and some other firms. So it's inspiring, and what you're doing to me is inspiring. You're not doing it to me, but to me it's inspiring. Actually, I could use some help anytime, so I'll be back to you. So what made you get into this? Did you have a spiritual awakening as a result of something that happened to you a few years ago?
Regarding
Yeah.
entering into this profession, I opened an institute in the year 2004. And after teaching to the students in this institute for 5 years, I came to know about my calling, that what actually my calling is, that how I can serve at large number, mass audience. So through that, I just focused on my personal development programs, which slowly and steadily spread in nearby areas. I used to visit school, colleges, institutes, small corporations, health clubs, NGOs in order to promote my services, and slowly it showed the result. And when I came to know about their needs, I just launched more programs. I thought that there's a need for more education, more information in order to get people self-aware. So I start writing. This is how my journey as an author began in the personal development field. I started writing books uh, in the form of quotations, simple teachings. Then started writing in fictional books too, which gives idea to a person that how he can overcome his self-imposed limitations in order to get what he or she wants in life. So this is how my journey began. It's near about 15 to 16 years now. Uh,
Wow, good.
so I came to know.
So have you written these books online primarily, or do you actually go to a print?
It was written online, all these books, and were published as small platforms. And now I just uh, collecting all these materials from my own, writing my own thoughts and just arranging this. And slowly, it's going to get huge number of books collection I have. And within next 5 years, I'm going to launch all these books at worldwide, both on paperback and ebooks.
Stephen?
Well, if people read them, I think we're going to have a very motivated Indian population. So tell me, Gaurav, organizations, businesses, are they taking your programs on and for their employees, or do you mostly deal directly with individuals?
Before this pandemic, I was dealing with organizations with their staff, and during pandemic, I had to take individual sessions, online coaching in order to survive my business. Uh, Usually, companies take my programs in order to motivate their employees, and if they feel that they need an individual session, then they have my services at personal level too by contacting me. I give my program some leadership development, communication skills, presentation skills. There are a few time management and anger management, stress management programs there that really going to help them uh, from how they can overcome the problems they are facing and concentrate more on their work. As far as educational institutions are concerned, I take small programs like time management, concentration skills, and there's one more program of mine which is very popular in schools that is known as Unstoppable. That's really going to tell that how you are going to live unstoppable in your life in order to achieve what you want to live as a desired life.
I would think that the stress management skills would be in high demand. I mean, the whole world is highly stressed these days. Can you share with our audience 2 or maybe 3 tips of how to manage stress in the workplace, or even at home if you're working from home? What are a couple of top things that come to mind?
For randomly, if you want to pick that, you can manage stress. You can easily manage stress by changing your mood swings, by coming out of the situations that force you to live in a stressed way. You don't have to think too much about the things that are making you to feel stress. You just have to see, you have to make the to-do list. You have to see whether they are important, they're going to fetch me some results or not. If the answer is no, no need to take stress, move on and just carry on other things. That's the simple tips. If you're going to think too much, overthinking leads to stress. Overthinking leads to inaction. If you have to stop overthinking, you are not going to do even irrelevant presumptions and just going to complete your task timely. So overthinking is the problem of having stress.
Hi, this is Ed, and I thank you for tuning in to Global TV Talk Show. unit on globalbusinessnews.net. We broadcast to the world, as you know by now. So I wanted to make sure that you understand that our programs are advertising supported. We're grateful for co-sponsors, advertisers. They have a marketing budget coupled with a strong desire to be associated with our top quality program. And of course, I'm grateful. Thank you. So for the next few minutes, you're going to see some commercials. It's mostly very low key, and our prices are very, very reasonable. Our exposure for the advertisers go 12 months and beyond. Some of our advertisers have been with us since March, April of 2020. And Google Analytics has tracked over 125,000 what they call audience page views, which means you looking at this page, that's a page view. Now, if you happen to go to one of our other shows or to our radio broadcasts or to our newspaper or magazine, those become additional page views as measured by Google Analytics. And so when they say 125,000 since spring of 2020 up through Labor Day, a month ago, that's pretty good numbers. And the past 30 days, Google Analytics has measured just under 6,000 audience page views. And that, according to them, is a 42% increase in audience participation over the month of August. So thank you very much. Well, here's our advertisers, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes or so, and we'll proceed with this interesting conversation. Thank you.
This episode from the meeting room of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce your renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Visit them at porchlightrental.com.
And by airs.com. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at airs.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions, as well as senior-level advisory services. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles with flexible solutions and financing. On the web at intlauto.com.
Become a global player in your field.
Cross Culture to Go provides virtual support for your global business and career success.
We can help you thrive in 140 plus countries and markets.
On the web at crossculturetogo.com.
Something that's really neat is that the Bridge School partners with various organizations to provide learning for their students. For example, we partner with a major ballet company, and we are able to enroll several of their students into our school. So now not only is the student able to participate in a school and have a seamless transition while they're very active in their ballet career, but now they have other dancers that are with them that are doing some of the same courses. So it's almost becoming a camaraderie where they're taking similar courses, they're working together on their ballet, and really being able to form this great partnership with these organizations to provide a needed service. A lot of times there are student athletes who will spend hours and hours at the gym or at the basketball courts, wherever it is. And if they're attending a traditional school, they're in school from 8 to 3. They get a quick snack, and then they're at the gym for 3 to 4 hours in the evening. Coming to us and having that partnership, they're able to break that up throughout the day. They can have a morning practice, get some schooling in, have an afternoon practice, finish their schooling in the evening. So there's that flexibility. And additionally, if there are tournaments or performances, it's fantastic because if there's a week where they have shows straight through, they can take that week off of learning and then pick back up when they're done. So it offers this great flexibility. And for the program owners of these sports leagues, it is a win-win situation for them because they see this need. They see this need that their students need to make sure that they are obtaining the grades necessary to be successful adults in our country and in other countries. But it provides them an environment where they can be successful at both.
Hi, I'm Sergey Gorbatov.
I'm Angela Lane.
Together we're researchers, writers and practitioners in the field of human resources.
And we've also been multi-country, multi-assignment career expats.
We owe our professional development and growth to a very large extent to the international assignment opportunities that we have had.
But in a world where distributed work may become the norm, we also want to understand what will happen to the nature, duration, and purpose of international assignments.
Together with our colleague, Julian Dalzell from the University of South Carolina, we're undertaking a study on the future of expatriation.
And we'd value your contribution. You can participate in this important study by completing a simple 10-minute questionnaire.
Access the questionnaire by typing in your browser tinyurl.com/expert study. That's tinyurl.com/expert study. You can also find the link here on Ed's website next to this video.
Thank you for joining us in this study. In return for your contribution, we'll provide you with a copy of our research.
And of course, you'll be invited to an exclusive webinar hosted by Ed, where we will share our findings right here on Global Business News.
And so please go to tinyurl.com/expat study. Take the survey so that we can better understand the future of expatriation.
So let me ask you a question about culture, and if you don't like what I'm asking, then redirect me, okay? It's okay. But
Okay.
yeah. So I'm a Californian, so what do I know? I don't know anything. So tell me about culture and the patriarchy, top down, father knows best kind of culture in India, right? And so so I hear all the traffic outside there. So tell me about how you counteract that or help enlarge that so that your young people, followers, want to strive and then thrive as a result of their growth, right?
Yeah. First thing I'm going to tell them that there is no shadow of doubt that cultures and traditions plays a big role in molding our personality. But ask yourself this question, that if they have really played an important role in our personality, then do we really need such kind of help today that we are in front of this person asking for how I'm going to get help from all these things? Till date, you have listened about your parents, but unfortunately, you're not able to live desired life. You're not able to get success, which you think you should deserve timely. The answer is that you're not liberal, you're not fearless. The moment you're going to be liberal and fearless, you're going to think rationally, you're going to live beyond cultures and traditions, you're going to live the life of your dreams. The key component of achieving anything in life depends upon how much liberal you are and how much fearlessness you have in order to display that liberalism.
So
If
what
you're
you're
going to
talking
do
about
that-
is experiment a little bit. Just if you change your thinking approach,
Yes,
you change
yes.
your inner feelings, you can adjust to a different level.
Yes, you can definitely, because respecting culture is not, there's no shadow of doubt that we have to respect our culture throughout life. But if our culture is not fitting us, desired results, now it's time to come out of its limiting beliefs and move on along with carrying it gracefully.
So the pathway, one of the pathways towards that, I don't want to call it nirvana, but some other place, a transformation
Yes,
to perhaps a better life or a better income or doing something, is within the framework of the culture, using a technological skill or a new approach or a new understanding of something old, and then moving forward with that. And this is what you're helping young people understand as a can do, it's possible, right?
yes. And I'm also helping them in order to tell that what is the main role of our culture? Our culture is that they should keep us intact, they should keep us knowledgeable, they should keep us in our limits. There is nothing wrong in that. But if their change is a only constant thing, which we have to deal throughout life. But if our culture is being restraining us in order to change, accept the change gracefully, now it's time to change the culture, step out of it. Because unless and until you're not going to change yourself, change the culture and traditions that are not fetching you desired results, till that, you will never progress. Now it depends upon you whether you want to hold your culture, whether you want to uplift your life. The choice also always remains yours.
Interesting, isn't it, Stephen? Wow.
It's great. I have a feeling it might be summarized. I'm going to take a guess here, Gaurang. So you have a what looks like a really interesting quote on your whiteboard behind you. Could you read us that quote? Because it has something to do with value and
Yeah. This is my quote, and there are two quotes, and it's you become priceless when you learn to value your and others' time. And the
okay.
second quote is if you are ready to pay the price, then you deserve to live the life of your choice. And the both quotes are by me, Gaurang.
There you go. And I think that sort of sums up. You take the best of your culture and you figure out what's not working and you change what's not working, or you adapt it, you become agile. But I love that you value the price of each other's time, because that's all we have, isn't it? That's all we have is time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So I thank you, Gaurav, for being on our show here. This is a unique experience for me, and I welcome you to come back sometime. Stephen, do you want to?
No, I think it's outstanding. I think you have a lot to not only teach the young people that you're teaching, but I think leaders can learn a lot from you as well. So I wish you
Thank you. It's an honor.
Great success in pulling together all your material into some fascinating books. And I'll be sure to read them when they come out.
So be well, and have a good evening, and we'll talk again, I hope.
Yeah, definitely. Pleasure is all mine, and we're looking forward towards it. Thank you, Eden, and thank you, Steve.
Our pleasure.
Thank you,
Gaurang,
thank you.
from west of Delhi, and Stephen in somewhere above Mexico City, and I'm here in downtown San Diego.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.